Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. I'm Denise. Okay, today is Tuesday, April 15. Mapapansin nyo po, naku, huwag kayong malilito. Wala po ang aking partner today na si Lourd de Veyra. Pero makakasama naman po natin ang isa sa anchors ng The Big Story, Miss Pauline Verzosa.
Hi, Tita Denise! Ayan, nagbabalik tayo dito. No? Wala naman si Tito Lourd. So, nagsimula na ang kanyang pagsa-self-reflection ngayong Holy Week na paaga.
Pagninilay-nilay. Hindi, kasi ang hirap din kasi sumabay.
Correct.
Sa biyahe ng lahat.
Pero itong Holy Week, ano naman talaga, it's a time not just to rest, di ba? Yung marami na lang taong nagtitake advantage nito to reflect and to get away. Leading up to, of course, yung Good Friday, pati Easter Sunday. Marami naman din mga tradisyon yung mga Pilipino. So, kanya-kanyang ano naman yan, observances.
I mean, we can talk about yung mga traditions, ano? Pero, actually, meron akong mga nadidinig also. Nakikisabay sa uso, social media break. Oo, yun ang bago nilang tradition daw kapag Holy Week. Talagang, just taking the time to reflect. Pero kasama na doon yung, ano rin, taking time off.
Oo, detox, no?
Oo.
Dapat yung challenge dyan, 40 days talaga na walang social media. But hindi ko alam if kaya ba yun? Well, sa atin hindi posible. Naisip ko yun yung parang mag-break muna sa social media. But since nasa news tayo, nasa media tayo,
kailangan updated.
Oo, kailangan online lagi.
Pero again, please let us know kung ano po yung inyong mga plano, ano yung mga pinapractice nyo during Holy Week. Isa sa mga pinapractice ng mga kapatid natin is, of course, saying no to meat during the Holy Week. Usually, actually, Friday yung talagang umiiwas.
Oo nga, Tita Denise, yun din yung alam ko. Friday, every Friday ng Lent, di ba? Yung kailangan mag-abstain ka sa meat. But apparently, there are also some Catholics who observe na buong Holy Week, abstain muna sa meat. And so that's why today, our delight is none other than pasta de sardine. Masarap to.
Oo nga, inaamoy ko na nga kanina pa eh.
Mabango ba?
Oo,
ano ba amoy?
Mabango. Parang may mga parmesan ako na kita, may olives, may ano. So, okay rin siya because you kind of get some sort of, may mga veggies ng konti. And then, medyo carbo loading to kasi may garlic bread ka pa sa gilid.
Oo. Pero at least healthy dishes, di ba? During the Holy Week, kung wala kang meat, you can experiment with a lot of seafood, di ba?
Tsaka madaling gawin to.
Madaling gawin.
Kasi gigisa mo lang ng konti yung, yung sardines with the garlic, with some onions, yung tomato. One pot dish lang yan eh.
Talaga ba? Nagluluto ka ba, Tita Denise?
Paminsan, hindi masyado, actually.
Okay.
Oo, hindi masyado. Honestly, kaya ko lang mag-breakfast food kasi pancake, sausage, itlog. Pero, this is a dish that I could actually make.
Pasta.
Kasi nga,
correct.
itong
sardine pasta.
Oo, kasi wala masyadong, hindi mo siya kailangan intayin. Tapos olive oil lang, pwede
correct. Minsan nga lang, yung mga, pag kumakain ng ganitong pasta, alam mo, lagi akong na-conscious kung dun sa tinga. Diba? Kasi maraming mga bits and ano.
Pero ako nga sabi ko, nasan ba yung Tupperware? Iuuwi ko na lang. Madali pa ako. Okay ba?
Masarap. Sorry. Nagsalita na ako. Yes, it's very good. Perfect for Holy Tuesday and for the Holy Week.
Okay, sige, let us know as well kung ano po ang ina-enjoy nyong merienda or delight of the day this Tuesday. But now we move on to our first story, this one on social media. Ito, again, silipin natin, pumutok to yesterday. Let's watch this report first.
A photo of Vice President Sara Duterte with senatorial candidate Camille Villar and her father, former Senate President Manny Villar, is now making rounds online. That was posted by attorney Harry Roque with a caption that says, "Politics is addition after all." This photo of VP Sara and Senator Imee, who is no longer a member of the administration slate, has also surfaced. On Monday, the lawmaker released the endorsement video of the Vice President. Recall that VP Sara previously said that she won't endorse any candidate for the midterm elections.
Nadala na ako, na-scam na ako, nabudol na ako. Hindi ako mag-endorso ng kandidato.
When Malacanang was asked about this, here's what Press Officer Undersecretary Claire Castro had to say.
Sa kanya mga kandidato, Definitely yes. Pero muli, kung ano man po yung iba pang mga detalye patungkol po dito sa recent incidents, ay si Congressman Toby Chanco po ang may authority to talk about.
The administration's alyansa para sa Bagong Pilipinas campaign manager, Toby Tiangco, said this is a welcome development. He added that politics is about addition, not division.
So ayan na nga, no, malinaw na ini-endorse ni Vice President Sara Duterte si Senator Imee Marcos, which is a huge shift from what she said. Remember nung nasa Hague siya, Tita Denise,
Just a
diba?
month ago, yung
Just a
video
month
niya
ago,
yun, no?
oo, yung sinabi nga niya na hindi pa siya sure kung i-endorse niya yung candidacy ni Senator Imee. This is in light of the arrest nga of her father, no, si former President Rodrigo Duterte. Dahil nga nag-split din yung unity team, nagkaroon ng mga maraming gulo, 'di ba? And itong si Senator Imee was also part of the alyansa, but eventually sabi nga niya independent naman daw siya.
Oo.
And ito na nga yung itim na tandem nila.
Oo, sabi nga nila, no, ito, we have a social media meme, Uniteam versus, ano ba to, Uniteam.
Oo. Uniteam versus Uniteam.
Uniteam ba o on-itim? Ano ba to?
Okay.
Uniteam.
So Uniteam dati, si BBM pati si VP Sara.
Kasi naka-red and green.
Correct. So yan yung original na Uniteam. Yung Uniteam naging Uniteam. Okay.
It's very interesting to see also how this plays out, ano, dahil nga ang bilis ng mga shifts. Actually, meron din interview yung common law wife ni former President Duterte, si Canilet Avencenia. Di ba sabi niya, paek-ek lang naman. Her words, di ba?
Yes,
Paek-ek lang daw yung inquiry na ginagawa ni Senator Imee Marcos.
Oo. So titignan natin, ano, because there were also photos, di ba? Pinakita rin natin yung si running senator si Camille Villar, si Representative Camille Villar, mukhang nagkaroon din siya ng shoot with VP Sara. So hindi pa lumalabas yung commercial na yan, ano, o yung mga ads na yan, but possibly lalabas na nga yan because ito yung kanilang BTS photos. Kagabi, tinanong din namin si Senator Bato de la Rosa kung what he thinks of this tandem. Sabi niya, well, best friends naman daw talaga kasi ni Senator Imee si VP Sara. And for him, hindi siya naman siya sure kung siya rin ay personally i-endorse niya si Senator Imee. So iniiwan na lang daw niya sa PDP laban yung endorsement na yan for now. Ayan. So tingnan natin how this plays out. Less than a month left, Tita Denise, before the midterm elections. Ang dami pa nangyayari. And people are saying, baka, di ba, alam naman natin, ito kasi si Senator Imee hasn't been doing so well sa mga survey.
Yes.
So, is this a way, di ba, to pull in the votes doon sa South, sa mga loyal Duterte supporters? Tingnan natin, baka may mga survey pa nalalabas before May 12.
Let's see. Again. Okay, sige, silipin naman natin our next story. Actually, before we move on to our next story, ayan, nakikita pa nga nila yung video. Pero ano pa ba?
Ano tingin mo, Tita Denise, dito sa treatment ng video? Yung
Actually,
very
medyo nagulat ako,
avant-garde,
no?
diba?
Oo, medyo nagulat din ako kasi it's the whole look eh. Even the styling.
Oo.
Yung parang medyo, ano bang
Leather,
may leather
naka-leather vest.
Diba?
Nakataas yung hood ni...
Even the colors used for... Oo.
And mukhang si Daryl Yap, 'di ba may picture si Sen Imee and VP Sara. Ito, with Daryl Yap. I think he was the one behind the video that they created. And itong video na to parang very, yun nga, parang avant-garde na going against norms. Hindi siya yung traditional na iboto nyo, di ba?
Di, tsaka kasi usually, alam naman natin, no, pag tumatakbo ang isang kandidato, they would want a certain color to stand out na alam nila na yun yung pwedeng maisip kagad, sila kagad yung maisip ng tao when they see those colors, the bright colors. May psychology behind those colors palagi. Pero I wonder nga kung bakit itim yung kanilang napili.
Oo, black. Ano ba what does black symbolize? It's a color of rebellion ba?
Hindi natin masabi what they're trying to represent here. Pero again, yan na nga yung tinatawag nila na Uniteam dati, yun itim ngayon.
So itim na talaga yung kulay. Well, that's just for Senator Imee Marcos, dun sa picture ni Camille Villar, hindi naman din sila nakaitim. And still part siya ng alyansa, si Villar. So, ito na nga, dynamics are changing. because of course they're basing it also on surveys. Kahit naman si Representative Camille Villar hasn't been doing so well doon sa tinatawag na Magic 12. Ang significant yung rise yan, si Senator Bato de la Rosa, PDP Laban candidates, diba? Si Imee, si Philip Salvador, si Rodante Marcoleta. And
actually, yung mga known supporters ni former President Duterte are doing
they
well.
enjoyed
Oo,
significant
surveys.
gains, lalo na in the latest, yung Pulse Asia survey, di ba? At number 1 pa dyan si Bongo, si Senator Bongo. So, titingnan natin yan.
Okay, sige. Ngayon naman, silipin natin ang ating susunod na storya. This one still on social media. On Reuters, via MSN, Katy Perry and all-female crew completed a space trip. Okay, so this is the first time na meron nagkaroon ng all-female crew in outer space since kailan nga ba yun? Basta in 60 years.
Wow!
So Katy Perry was
Part of that.
one of those people nung crew. Actually, 6 sila na sumakay. Ito sa Blue Origin rocket. So 11 minutes lang naman silang nasa space, if I'm not mistaken. They traveled to the edge of space, experienced a brief period daw of being weightless.
Ayun. So, hindi naman sila nag-land anywhere, no? Parang it was just a quick trip to space. And civilians, yung naging part nga ng trip na ito. And 11 minutes lang, napakabilis. But I heard, or I read, na the cost of it, $150,000, and that's just for the deposit. So, compute nyo po yan sa peso, mga 8.5 million pesos, pero deposit pa lang yan,
Barya lang din naman kasi sa kanila.
Barya lang ba yan?
Barya.
Sana all.
Oo.
Sana
Kasi
all barya lang.
ang included dito sa 6-person crew, yung fiancé din mismo ni Jeff Bezos.
Okay.
So si Lauren Sanchez, you have CBS host Gail King, former NASA rocket scientist, si Aisha Bo, si scientist Amanda Nguyen, and film producer Carrie Ann Flynn. So, I mean, from the titles that we just read, parang kaya naman nila yung $150,000.
Ako, sana someday naman ay ordinary citizens can try it, diba? Ikaw, gusto mo bang, if given the chance to...
Oo, pero ang alam natin may proper training kahit
Of
na yung
course.
kahit na yung sabihin natin you're not landing anywhere, being weightless.
Correct.
So, pwede naman, why
Ako
not?
gusto ko itry yan. And eto, natuwa din ako when I read this. Pagdating daw doon, when the crew returned to their seats after weightlessness, Katy Perry sang the Louis Armstrong song na What a Wonderful World. Sabi niya, I feel super connected to love after landing back on Earth. So I'm sure it was such a surreal experience para sa kanila.
Okay. Sige, ngayon naman, on to our next story. Senator Imee Marcos held a press conference in Cebu earlier today. For updates, we have One News Cebu desk Dale Israel. Dale?
Yes, may hapon kanina din Denise and Pauline. Senator Imee Marcos is here in Cebu for the Kabataang Barangay General Assembly here at the Marco Polo Plaza Hotel. He said it was Vice President Sara Duterte who suggested the shoot for her support and told her to wear black because it is actually the color of the nation today, full of sorrow and problems confronting the nation. That is why Duterte chose the color black. She was reluctant at first. Senator Imee was reluctant at first to wear black because it is too grim, but later on agreed to wear the color as suggested by Duterte. Marcos believed that Sara's endorsement would be a big boost to her campaign because many people are still supporting the Vice President. She has no comment on the statement made by Presidential Communications Officer Assistant Secretary Pierre Castro. In her own words, sinabi ni Senator Imee, dead man na lang. She said that they are not quarreling with his brother, President Bongbong Marcos. It is just that they are disagreeing with several issues. She admitted that she was not able to talk with his brother for several months now. On to another topic, Pauline and Denise, we are monitoring the expected influx of passengers for the Holy Week, and we are seeing numbers rising every day since yesterday, Monday, even if there are still work today until tomorrow. So on Sunday, there are about 35,000 passengers in and out of the 16 port terminals in the entire province of Cebu, managed by the Cebu Port Authority, which is separate from the Philippine Ports Authority. Yesterday, the numbers rose to 42,700 passengers, both inbound and outbound, which is much higher than the records on Monday. According to estimates from the Cebu Ports Authority, the peak will be tomorrow, Wednesday, and they are expecting these numbers to further rise, perhaps double or even triple. This is especially because the government workers will only be working until 12 noon tomorrow so that they will have time to go to their hometowns for the holidays. In a press conference yesterday, Brigadier General Rodrigo Maranan of PRO7 said they always bear in mind to be patient on the road to avoid incidents of road rage, and it is also advisable not to post your whereabouts online so that the potential robbers will not know if there is no one at home. So naglibot naman si General Maranan sa mga pantalan ng Cebu ngayong araw at wala naman nakitang mga major problems sa mga ports. 16 ports yan ng Cebu. Balik sa inyo dyan, sa studio.
Dale, balikan ko lang nga yung report mo no, kay Senator Imee Marcos when she held her press conference. Tama ba yung narinig ko na the color black daw represents sorrow para sa kanya?
Tama. She said that ito yung nakikita daw ng mga tao ngayon sa Pilipinas na full of sorrow. Dahil full of anguish and sorrow.
Oh, pero parang
Sabi
di siya
niya.
naka-black, Dale, no?
Kanina, before she entered the room for the press conference, she was wearing black. And then parang medyo mainit. So kaya siya ang init-init.
Okay.
I will just remove the jacket, sabi niya.
Ano yun? Papanindigan kaya nila yun? All throughout? I mean, it's still around about a month till the elections. So puro black lang ba?
Yeah, well, Senator Imee said at first that he doesn't like the color black because it's too grim. But then she agreed with with Vice President Sara Duterte that to wear black reflect the nation's sorrow.
Oh, Dale, until when will Senator Imee Marcos be there at Cebu?
Today he will be gathering. At my back is the gathering of the Kabataang Barangay. Actually, alumni of the Kabataang Barangay 50th anniversary here in Cebu City, and later on she will be at the public market in Tipadilla in Cebu City also. I guess that will be her activities here in Cebu, and she will be flying back to Manila.
And what about Holy Week activities, Dale? Cebu, of course, is one of the destinations that a lot of Filipinos go to, lalo na to unwind and rest. So it's not just the exodus of Cebuanos leaving the province, right? There's also that influx of some tourists resting and taking this break to unwind. Nakikita nyo na ba dyan yung dami, yung dagsa ng mga tao?
Actually, when it comes to Holy Week, Pauline, we are seeing Cebu City getting empty during these days, and then we're seeing the islands or the far-flung islands, like Bantayan Island, to be full of tourists, and also in Malapascua Island, and also down south going to Badyan, Balboal, and Oslo. That will be the places that will be full and leaving Cebu City streets empty.
Kamusta naman yung lagay ng panahon, Dale? Because today, I heard Pag-asa is anticipating danger level heat index 41 to 52 degrees Celsius. Is it hot there in Cebu City?
It's very extremely hot outside. We're inside the
Or naka-jacket
hotel
ka,
now.
Dale?
Yeah. It's cold here at the hotel room. I mean, at the hotel. But if you go outside, napakainit. Sobrang init na parang after you went out of the sun for 1 minute or two, then you'll be wet with perspiration.
Dale, sorry, I'll just circle back, no? Dahil nga sa sobrang init, kaya nagpalit itong si Senator Imee Marcos ng kanyang damit, nakaitim siya. Ang palasyo, actually, nag-comment, di ba? May sabi sila through Yusek Castro, sabi na papunta naman daw na sa puti. Si Senator Imee Marcos ba, nagsalita na rin about that?
Well,
Nag-react ba
we
siya?
asked Senator Marcos about it. Sabi niya, sino may sabi? Si Assistant Secretary Castro? Adad man na lang siya. Yun ang nasagot ni Senator Imee.
Okay, well, maraming salamat for that report. That was One News Cebu Desk, Dale Israel. Thank you, Dale. And now moving on to entertainment, that natural chemistry shines through in the playful banter of the kapatid sitcom The Purse Family. Here's the report.
Step by step, sumakses ng bonggang-bongga ang kapatid sitcom na The Purse Family na 3 linggo nang trending. Hindi lang sa Pilipinas kundi worldwide pa. Bunga raw ito ng natural na kulitan at saya nila sa set. Nadagdagan din sila ng cast.
kulitan, of course. We've been having a lot of fun recently. Especially since kasama natin si Kuya Je and Ate Kim. Ang saya. They're the best. Ang sobrang right na yung set. It's super fun to tape. Even kasama din yung Gen Z cast. Kasama sina Ross, Ash, and Yan. Ang saya talaga.
Sinasabay ni Tash ang The Purse family sa highly anticipated solo lead series niya na Bad Genius, na sinasakop na ang majority ng kanyang schedule ngayon. Tinodo pa raw niya kumpara sa original dahil sa serye, siya mismo ang nagka-classical piano ng mga Beethoven at Mozart.
Ito po yung first project na where I'm actually playing the piano myself. So I'm doing all of the shots. This project is such a great project and I don't want to take it for granted. I want to give it 100% ko.
Hinga na rin daw ni Tash ang The Purse family at bonus pa raw na hit ito ngayon mula sa henerasyon ng mga Gen Z hanggang sa boomers. Isa nga sa mga nag-trending ngayong eksena na ito, ni Aga, kung saan hinatak niya si Ashton Olviga. Kwento naman ni Ash sa atin. Adlib daw iyon, kaya natameme na lang siya sa eksena.
Katulad po nung nagulat po ako, hindi po ako prepared. Nakagano na lang ako, wala akong maibig. Next, sa susunod, prepared na ako. May sinabi siya, kaya ko na po magsalita.
Abangan pa raw dahil may sorpresa si Ash sa mga keeper o yung fandom na nag-ship sa kanila ni Andres Mulak. Dahil soon ay daily na rin silang magkikita nila Andres at ng tropa ng Ang Mutya ng Section E para sa kanilang upcoming Grand Fans Day sa May 1 at 2. May pakiusap naman si Ash sa mga fandom na sumusuporta sa kanila.
Nagkakaganyan naman sila kasi love nila kami. Kaya sobrang thank you and ayun, sana less away na. Lahat tayo love lang.
Abangan ang The Purse family tuwing linggo sa TV5.
Alright, at this point, batiin naman natin ang lahat ng nanonood sa Afternoon Delight via live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, and on TikTok. Siyempre, nandyan, always present, Alex Fuentes, si Ralph Domingo. Sabi ni Ralph, mukhang masarap yung pasta nyo today.
Oh yes, of course. Hindi pa natikman ni Tita Denise.
Oo, mamaya yan sa akin. Okay, sino pa ba? Si Jesus da Cuba. Oh, nanonood sa atin. Meron siyang mga certain political views.
Ayun.
Okay, dito sabi ni Depitilia, dito po sa amin sa Visayas, Bohol Province, mas malamang po dito ang mga Duterte.
Ayan sa Visayas, talaga, no? Visayas, Mindanao. May nakausap tayong political analyst on a show. Sabi niya, Visayas, Mindanao talaga could shape the outcome daw of this midterm election. So, we'll see how that will play out. Hello din po kay M. Ladia. Sabi niya, greetings from Burbank, California. Hello din kay Hermione Hope. Sabi niya, isang nagbabagang tanghali, Miss Denise and Miss Pauline. Oh, nagbabagan talaga kasi napakainit. Okay.
Si Tito Mike, Mike Policarpio, isang mainit na Martes, Titas, Pauline and Patricia.
Patricia ka ba?
Oo.
Patricia din ako. Oo. So, ayan, twinsies tayo.
Oo. Elmo Cardenas, of course, nanonood sa atin from Montalban, Rizal. Sabi niya, yummy buko juice sa tag-init.
Ay, tama. Oo.
Sana may mag-serve niyan. Alam niyo na, bukas. Okay, hello mama. Si Denise, Sir Lourd, present po? Ito po ang sagot.
Oo.
Wala.
Hindi po ako si Tito Lourd.
Wala po si Lourd today at tomorrow ba, Tita Pawi, ikaw dalawa?
Yes, ako ulit tomorrow.
Si Tita Pawi.
Mukhang next week na si Tito Lourd babalik.
Nagninilay-nilay na ang Tito. Iba sana sabihin ko, ang Tito nyo.
Nilay-nilay. Ayan ka na naman, lagot ka.
Oo. Ay, can somebody explain nga yung direct translation lang nung nilay-nilay? Kasi meron kami mga conflicting answers dito.
Tama. So, just to give our viewers a bit of a, fun fact, or kanina before the show, pinagdedebatihan namin, ano ba meaning ng nilay-nilay? Sabi ko, pa-chill-chill lang. Sabi nung makeup artist natin, padasal-dasal lang. So, ano ba talaga meaning ng panilay?
Sabi, dapat daw ay nakapirmi sa bahay at nag-iisip.
Ayan.
Kahit kung ano man ang iniisip.
Paki-comment po, ano ba talaga ang translation, ang meaning ng panilay-nilay. Para magawa natin yan ngayong Holy Week.
At saka kung ano yung ginagawa nyo pag kayo ay nagninilay-nilay. Ano mismo?
Yeah.
I-share nyo naman sa atin yan. Okay, at this point, it is time to take our first breather. Diyan lang kayo dahil hanggang 3:00 pa tayo. Magbabalik po ang Afternoon Delight.
This is AP News Minute. President Donald Trump welcomed El Salvador's President Nayib Bukele to the White House Monday. Bukele told reporters he will not return to the U.S. a Maryland man who was wrongly deported to El Salvador last month. Video shows the terrible damage inside the Pennsylvania governor's mansion, which authorities say was targeted by an arsonist early Sunday. Authorities say the suspect, Cody Balmer, admitted to harboring hatred toward Governor Josh Shapiro, who escaped the fire unharmed with his family. Southern California was rocked by a 5.2 magnitude earthquake Monday. The quake was centered east of San Diego and felt as far north as Los Angeles. Officials reported no injuries or major damage. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky called for increased pressure on Russia following the Palm Sunday missile attack in Sumy that killed dozens of people and injured more than 100. President Trump declined to criticize Moscow, but European leaders condemned the attack as a war crime.
All right, this is Afternoon Delight on One News. I'm Denise Tan with Pauline Versosa. Thanks for staying with us.
Okay, now here's a quick rundown of some stories on One News. 14 areas in the country may feel dangerous heat levels today, April 15th. That includes Cavite City, Dumangas in Iloilo, La Carlota City, Puerto Princesa, and Virac in Catanduanes, which could hit a 43 degrees Celsius heat index. Meanwhile, about 9 other areas, including Davao City, Olongapo, and Los Baños, may reach a 42 degrees Celsius heat index. A danger level heat index between 42 to 51 degrees Celsius can cause cramps, exhaustion, or even heat stroke. Government offices will shift to work from home setup tomorrow from 8 a.m. to 12 noon. Work will be suspended from noon onwards to give employees time to observe Holy Week and travel. Agencies whose functions involve essential services like health, emergency, and disaster response will be operating as usual. Suspension of work for private companies is left to the discretion of their employers. And some good news for motorists. Oil companies have implemented a big-time oil price rollback today, just in time for the Holy Week. Diesel prices are going down by nearly 3 pesos per liter, gasoline by 3 pesos and 60 centavos, and kerosene by 3 pesos and 30 centavos. heads up, the public only has about 3 hours left to file taxes or face penalties. The Bureau of Internal Revenue, or BIR, says there will be no extensions. Other tax documents and registrations are also due today. The BIR aims to collect over 406 billion pesos this April, a 21% increase from last year. And Google Maps now shows West Philippine Sea over waters west of the Philippines. The label appears near Palawan, separating it from the South China Sea. The update comes after the Philippine Maritime Zones Act became law last year. The law defines the West Philippine Sea as parts of Luzon Sea, Kalayaan Islands, and Bajo de Masinloc. Google has yet to issue a statement on the update.
In other news, the number of travelers at the Parañaque Integrated Terminal Exchange is increasing. For updates, we have mobile journo Ivan Tarinque. Ivan, kamusta yung sitwasyon dyan? At kumpara dun sa dami ng tao kahapon, gaano na karami today?
Denise, sa mga oras na ito, nagsimula na nga kumapal ng konti ang mga pasaherong nandito sa loob ng PITX. Kung ikukumpara naman ito, kahapon ay halos same lang ng dami sa ngayon. Pero sa kabila niya na ilang mga nag-walk-in na pasahero para bumili ng ticket ay nahirapan ng mag-book. Ang isang pasaherong nakausap natin, 6:30 ng umaga ay nandito na siya para bumili ng ticket. Ayun nga lang, alas 11 pa niya nalaman kung makakakuha pa siya ng ticket. Ayon sa pamunuan ng terminal, nasa 60 to 70% na ng bus na babiyahe pambikol ang fully booked na, pero handa naman daw silang magdagdag ng additional trips sa mga oras na kailanganin dahil sa demand ng pasahero. Palala sa mga babiyahe ng ngayong Semana Santa, huwag na po magdala ng mga ipinagbabawal gaya ng mga tutulong sa bagay, baril at flammable materials. Nasa mahigit kumulang 200 na ang nakumpiska ng ipinagbabawal simula noong April 9. Siguruhin din daw na maging alerto sa paligid para hindi mabiktima ng mga masasamang loob. At syempre, i-secure ang inyong mga bus tickets para pagdating dito sa loob ng terminal ay aantayin nyo na lang yung inyong bus na sasakyan. Denise?
Ivan, just going back to what you said, may mga pasahero pa din ang hindi nakakakuha ng ticket or they would have to wait number of hours bago sila makakuha ng ticket. Pero ano ba yung mga rason nila? Because year after year, laging ang paalala ay bago pa pumunta dyan or any port, any terminal, mag-online booking na. Aside from siguro dun sa mga hindi masyadong aral sa pagbubook online, meron pa ba ibang mga rason na binigay sa'yo?
Tama ka dyan, Denise. No? Karamihan kasi nung mga taong bumibili ng ticket, walk-in ay hindi masyadong bihasa or hindi masyadong marunong when it comes to online booking. Kaya yung iba, personal, mas gusto nilang personal na dumadating na dito sa terminal. Yung iba naman ay connecting. No? Kanina may nakausap tayo na galing pang Naiya ngayong araw at dumiretso dito dahil yun naman yung next na sasakyan papunta ng kanilang probinsya. No? Unfortunately, kailangan niyang itansyahin muna kasi kung anong oras siya darating dito. Dahil mahirap na raw na pagdating niya dito ay naiwanan na siya ng bus. Kaya nagpakasakali na lang siya na dito na ngayon mismong araw bumili ng ticket pag napag na mula sa airport.
Evan, oo nga, yung nabanggit mo na halos 5 oras nagantay yung isang pasahero. As early as 6:30 a.m. nandiyan na siya pero alas 11 hindi pa siya nakabiyahe. Sana ma-address yan para hindi na ma-inconvenience yung mga passengers, yung mga commuters. Pero kamusta naman yung waiting area nila dyan? I mean, is there enough seats for everyone? Lalo na we're expecting thousands of passengers to pass through PITX.
Tama ka dyan, Polino. Actually, ikot ko na rin kayo. Since dito na tayo sa may loob, malapit tayo sa isang waiting area dito sa terminal. So ito yung entrance. Paglagpas lang natin dito, ay makikita natin may mga assistance desk na naka-standby dito from PNP, PSP, and PCG. Actually, ito yung isang waiting area dito sa may first level ng terminal. Makikita natin tabi-tabi naman yung upuan. May mga mauupuan pa naman. At yung iba nga, bakante pa. No? Pagdating dito sa may parteng ito, sa may gitnang parte na ito. So makikita natin, may mga upuan naman. Marami upuan. Marami pa. At yun nga yung isa doon sa chinek kahapon ni DOTR Secretary Vince Dizon, Dumaan siya dito, chinek niya kung kamusta naman yung magiging kalagayan ng mga pasahero since nga expected na pagdating ng Wednesday hapon ay marami ng pasaherong darating ito. So nakita naman niya at hindi naman na napuna yung bilang ng upuan o yung waiting area dito sa loob ng terminal.
Evan, mainit rin ba? Mainit ba dyan? Kasi this week, inaasahan nga ng Pag-asa ay naaabot sa danger level ang heat index. So, ang temperature naman sa loob ng PITX, controlled ba?
Pauline, may ilang parts dito sa loob ng terminal na mainit. No, yung iba naman talagang kailangan mo talagang diskartehan kung saan ka tatambay dahil medyo nga mainit, lalo na doon sa pinestuhan natin kanina dahil ito yung entrance, so bukas yung pinto at nakatutok doon yung araw, yung sikat ng araw. Pero may mga spaces naman, gaya nito nga kinakatuyuan natin, may mga ventilation fans naman. Okay, sorry. Pakita lang natin. Okay. May mga ventilation fans naman na nakaikot, no? Gaya nito, gaya noon, at may mga ibang fans na nakapalikot dito sa loob ng terminal. Meron din yan sa second floor at sa iba pang parte. So they make sure naman na well-ventilated dito sa loob at komportable yung magiging paghihintay ng mga babiyahe ngayong araw.
So I guess magandang isama na rin yan sa reminders sa mga babiyahe dyan sa PITX, no, is to wear light colored clothes. O, di ba, wag masyadong maging balot kasi nga mainit yung panahon at magdala ng mga pamaypay or
tubig.
Mga fan. Oo, tubig.
Ivan, just sa mga nakita mo, no, I know you'll be there for the whole day. Pero ano ni napansin mo na mga kakaibang dinadala ng mga pasahero? Alam natin from the past, may mga nagdadala ng manok, mga cabinet. Ano na bang nakita mo dyan?
So far ngayon, medyo tahimik pa, no, Denise. Actually, isa yan talaga sa inaantay natin na kung ano ba yung aabutan natin, ano ba yung makikita natin niya. Susubukang ipasok dito sa loob ng terminal. No? Unfortunately, wala pa naman medyo kakaiba na nakita. Wala pa naman tayo nakikitang manok na dinadala. Wala pa naman cabinet tayong nakikitang dinadala. Pero usually nga, isa kasi madalas nakikita natin dito yung mga TV, no? Mga LCD, LED TV na iuwi sa probinsya. Isa yan dun sa mga talaga nakikita natin. Wala pa rin naman tayo nakikitang ganyan. The usual, of course, syempre yung mga biskwit na nandun sa mga bucket-bucket, yun yung mga madalas na nakikita, no? Pero muli, pinapaalala po na wag na po ulit na magdala ng mga matutulis, ng pinagbabawal, gaya ng matutulis na bagay, barrel, flammable materials, dahil kahapon niya, around 20 yung nakonfiska dito sa terminal, no? So, kahit na paulit-ulit na pinapaalala, may iba ta rin talagang hindi nakikinig or hindi naaalala na bawal yung mga pagdadala niyan dito sa terminal.
Okay, edi paalala lang ulit natin, no? Pag kayo po ay nasita, lalong hahaba ang inyong pag-iintay. Okay, thank you for all of your updates. Alam ko, all day ka nga dyan. So mag-ingat ka, Ivan, our mobile journalist.
Meanwhile, the Ninoy Aquino International Airport is expecting a daily influx of around 157,000 passengers this Holy Week. And to ease the crowd, check-in counters will open earlier than usual. Authorities have also deployed more K9 units and patrols for tighter security. NAIA Terminal 3 in particular added more immigration counters and opened a lounge for OFWs to improve passenger experience for holiday travelers.
Meanwhile, churches are busy preparing for Visita Iglesia pilgrims. Let's check in with mobile journal Imee Atienza. Imee, nasang simbahan ka ngayon at ano ba yung mga activities that are lined up for today?
Denise, nandito nga tayo ngayon sa Santo Domingo Church sa Quezon City. At so far, nakakatatlo na silang misa today, tsaka Holy Rosary na ginawa kaninang 5:45 a.m. And kung makikita natin, medyo payapa na talaga yung sitwasyon dito. May ilan na lang talaga mga tao na bumibisita. At kanina nakausap din natin yung supervisor ng Santo Domingo Church. Sabi niya nasa final preparations na sila kasi pagdating bukas, inaasahan na nila na mas dadami na talaga yung tao. Lalo na kapag dating ng Thursday, kung saan meron lang silang isang misa, tapos susundan na yan ng mga activities na meron sila. Katulad na nga lang ng mga confessionals na inaabangan din ng mga deboto. So yun yung mga dapat nating abangan, lalo na dito sa Santo Domingo Church na hindi lang talagang simbahan, national shrine na siya. So dadami talaga yung dagsa ng tao pagdating bukas, pati na rin sa Thursday, Denise.
Imee, sorry, when you said nasa final preps na ngayon ng Santo Domingo Church, what does that mean? How are they preparing for this? Ano yung mga
Meron na
nilatag
sila
nila?
ditong mga karosa. Actually, ikot ko lang din kayo. So, ito, inayos na nila yung mga spaces kung saan pwede tumambay yung mga tao habang may misa kasi nga inaasahan nila na lalagpas sa simbahan talaga yung taong pupunta. So, meron na sila dito ng mga upuan, pati na rin ng mga images para maipakita sa mga deboto. Tapos dito sa area na to, nakalinya na yung mga karosa na gagamitin nila. So ito na yung mga karosa na gagamitin para sa prosesyon sa Good Friday. So 3 p.m. daw magsa-start yan. So ayan na, ready na sila at gusto nga nila ay tahimik na, payapa na yung mangyayari para dito sa Santo Domingo Church para pagdating ng tao, okay na, wala na magiging problema.
Oo, Imee, tama ka, no? Actually, yung Santo Domingo Church, isa kasi yan sa talagang pinupuntahan ng mga tao sa Visita Iglesia, di ba? Sa Huwebes, dyan sa Quezon City, usually nasa listahan talaga nila yan. But I wanted to ask, Imee, no? May policy ba ang Santo Domingo Church against vendors na nagbebenta sa loob ng premises ng simbahan? This is in light kasi dun sa nag-viral na video, dun sa isang simbahan sa Cainta, Rizal, kung saan parang napagalitan yung isang vendor ng pare dahil nagbebenta nga sa loob ng premise. Dyan sa Santo Domingo, ano ba yung patakaran nila dyan?
Yes, actually, Pauline, dito limited din, bawal pumasok yung mga vendors. Though, hindi naman nila pinagbabawal yung mga vendors sa labas ng gate kasi sa barangay na daw yon. And continuous naman yung coordination nila with the security personnel pati na rin sa local government unit para nga ma-monitor in case na may mag-violate dito. So patuloy lang din ang paalala nila na sa loob ng gate ng Santo Domingo Church, bawal ang mga vendors dahil nga isa itong solemn activity, solemn period para sa mga deboto at mananampalataya.
Imee, meron din bang iba pang pinagbabawal? Let's say, bawal dalhin or other reminders from Santo Domingo Church for all the participants at lahat ng magbibisita iglesia?
Siyempre, bawal din magpadala ng patalim, though hindi naman nila closely monitor lahat ng bag ng mga papasok dito. Pero strict reminder din yan, highly encouraged na huwag magdala ng mga patalim, pati na rin ng mga e-cigarettes and cigarettes dahil smoke-free itong area na ito. And syempre, mga paalala lang din ng Santo Domingo Church, magdala ng tubig, ng payong, pati na rin ng towel dahil sa tindi ng init na nararanasan dito. Kahit may mga electric fan, actually sa loob, medyo dama talaga yung init, lalo na kapag nagmimisa dahil madami na nga rin ang tao na dadating sa mga susunod pang araw, ay talagang mas init pang araw yan. So make sure na dala natin yung mga kinakailangan natin para sa pagtaas ng heat index. At bukod pa dyan, siyempre paalala na rin na ingatan ang mga gamit na dadalhin dahil nga medyo talabak daw dito sa Santo Domingo Church yung mga nakawan, lalo na kapag dumadami na yung tao.
Okay. Again, thank you. That was our mobile journal, Imee Atienza. Now, Albuera Leyte Mayoral Bet Kerwin Espinosa claims that shooting that left him wounded was politically motivated. But Congressman Richard Gomez fires back, saying Espinosa cannot be trusted as he is a self-confessed drug lord with no credibility. Here's a report.
Albuera Leyte mayoral candidate Kerwin Espinosa went live on Facebook days after being shot last Thursday. In the video, he is seen receiving treatment for a gunshot wound to his shoulder while inside his home. Espinosa also claimed to have noticed suspicious individuals lurking around their area and believes the shooting was politically motivated.
Breaking news! Naay nangabot ng mga armadong tao sa mansyon ni Kerwin Espinosa.
7 policemen assigned to Ormoc City have been tagged as persons of interest in the attack.
Isang malaking tanghaga na may taong nag-uutos sa kanila na mataas na politician din. Ang ano ko ay sana mabigyan to ng pansin ni Mayor Lucy kasi siya ngayon ang alkalde ng Ormoc City.
kung bakit napunta yung mga pulis mo sa aming lugar, sa Albuera. Lalong-lalo ka na, Congressman Richard Gomez. Sana mabigyan mo to ng pansin.
Meanwhile, Leyte 4th District Representative Richard Gomez said Espinosa should not be trusted and has nothing good to offer. He added that he is still investigating the attack and will give an interview once the details are clearer. For now, Gomez argued that Espinosa's story has too many flaws. Espinosa fired back, telling Gomez to look at himself in the mirror. He claimed that people in their district know who has a record of abuse and who genuinely cares about others. The 7 persons of interest are now in the custody of the Leyte Police Office. However, inquest proceedings have yet to take place. Ormoc City Police Director, Police Colonel Redante Ariza, reportedly one of those being linked to the case, has been relieved from his post. For News 5, Gerard de la Peña, We Are One News.
11 party list groups are poised to secure seats in the House of Representatives according to the latest survey from Octa Research. ACT-CIS led the race with 8.7% of the vote, followed by Tingog with 5.77% and 4Ps with 5.4%. Other strong contenders include Ako Bicol, Senior Citizens, and Galing sa Puso. Party lists such as Duterte Youth, Tupad, Malasakit at Bayanihan, ang Probinsyano and FPJ Panday Bayanihan have also earned over 2% support.
Now, in other news, artificial intelligence, or AI, is now changing the way campaign jingles are made. Faster, easier, and hassle-free. But not everyone is singing along. Some in the music industry fear losing gigs to machines. The details of that from mobile journalist Mary Mon Reyes.
Dahil sa pag-usbong ng artificial intelligence o AI, halos lahat na ng aspeto ng pamumuhay ay napapadali na. At ngayong panahon ng pangangampanya, gamit na gamit ito mula sa paglikha ng mga imahe, pagsulat ng slogans o speeches, hanggang sa pag-produce ng campaign jingles. Anong kaya mong gawin sa loob ng 5 hanggang 10 minuto? Sa artificial intelligence o AI, marami-raming campaign jingles. Kaya nitong mag-generate ng script o lyrics online. Ipasok lang ito sa music or voice producing application, magre-record ng sariling boses o gagamit ng recording files. Maglalagay lang ng creative prompts at kaunting personal tweaking at ang resulta, may tugtugin ka na. Ayon sa tinaguriang voice master ng Pilipinas na si Pocholo de Leon Gonzales, pinadali at pinaganda ng teknolohiya ang ginagawa niyang campaign jingles. Ang puhunan lang, imahinasyon at subscription sa mga AI softwares o applications na may kamahalan din.
Ang isang jingle, kahit magaling kami tumugtog, ginaabot yan ng 1 linggo hanggang 2 linggo para matapos. Ang maganda dito, AI na yung kakampi ko. AI na yung katulong ko, hindi na ibang tao na kailangan ko pambayaran.
Kailangan pa rin daw ang creativity dito dahil sa taong gagamit ng AI nakasalalay kung ano ang kalalabasan ng kanta o voiceover. Tinitimplahan pa rin daw kasi ito sa computer. At ayun na nga, sinampula na tayo ng campaign jingle natin kung tayo ay tatakbo bilang senador.
Imee, YMON. Marimon, kay ganda. Ganda ang loob, maganda rin labas. Hindi lang pangarap pang senador. Ganda ang loob, maganda rin labas. Hindi lang pangarap.
Nag-record pa ako ng sarili kong boses. At pagkasalpak sa AI, ay para na akong professional singer.
MARYMON. Maganda ang loob, maganda rin labas. Babaeng may paninindigan, hindi lang pa-cute.
MARYMON.
Pwede na ako singer.
Ganda ang loob, maganda rin labas.
Pagdating sa campaign jingles, suwestyon ni Pocholo na lumayo sa mga kantang may copyrights para maiwasang makasuhan. Posible naman daw kasi makuha yung music vibes na nais ng kliyente sa tulong ng AI. Kaya naman para raw sa mga natatakot o ikinababahala ang AI, paliwanag niya,
Hindi totoong walang buhay ang AI dahil ang AI galing sa tao. At ang tao sa likod ng AI, yun ang may puso, yun yung may buhay, yun yung may kaluluwa. Nagre-reflect lang sa AI kung anong klaseng tao ka. Kung masamang tao ka, gagamitin mo yan sa masama. Pero kung mabuting tao ka, gagamitin mo yan sa mabuti.
Pero batid naman ng voice artist na si Gab Ignacio, posibleng makawawa naman ang industriya dahil marami ang pwedeng mawalan ng trabaho.
Threat talaga siya. Ganyan na kami kalaban na ganyang kataas na technology. So nandun yung nandun yung urge na mag-upskill ka ng mag-upskill para hindi ka malamangan ng technology na yan. Pwede yung AI maging assistant mo sa studio, okay lang. Like for fast tracking ng mga documents, gano'n, ng mga audio files. Pero kung AI talaga is ang gagawa ng voiceover, ayoko siya. Oo, nakakatakot.
Ika nga nila, with great power comes great responsibility. Masarap mang gamitin ang teknolohiya to its full potential. Lagi pa ring tandaan, to use it wisely and responsibly, mga kapatid. Mobile journalist Mary Mon Reyes po, hatid ang mukha ng balita.
Tawa ako dun sa ni Mary.
Oo. Alam mo maganda, dapat meron tayo para kay Tito Lourd.
Oo
para
nga.
pagbalik niya, may jingle siya.
Sige, natin, chat GPT natin yan. Ipapagawa tayo ng kanta. Maganda sa loob, maganda sa labas. Okay. Pero mas maganda po, if you do stick around, this is Afternoon Delight on One News. We just need to pause for another break, but we'll be right back.
April 15th, 1912. Just hours after hitting an iceberg, the Titanic sinks off the coast of Newfoundland. About 1,500 people on board the British luxury liner perish in the waters of the icy North Atlantic. 1865. President Abraham Lincoln dies in Washington, hours after John Wilkes Booth shoots and mortally wounds him at Ford's Theater. Vice President Andrew Johnson succeeds Lincoln in the White House. 1947.
Jackie Robinson hit that ball. It went zoom across the left field wall. Yeah, boy.
Jackie Robinson becomes the first African-American player in Major League Baseball. His debut with the Brooklyn Dodgers shatters baseball's decades-old racial barrier. 1986. The United States launches an air raid against Libya in response to the bombing of a disco in what's then West Berlin, Germany. Libya says 37 people, mostly civilians, are killed in the raid. 1998. Pol Pot, leader of Cambodia's Khmer Rouge, dies of natural causes along the border with Thailand at age 73. He evades prosecution for the deaths of 2 million Cambodians under his brutal regime during the 1970s. And 2001. In New York, punk rocker Joey Ramone, lead singer of the Ramones, dies of lymphoma at age 49. Today in history, April 15th. Sandy Kozel, The Associated Press.
still watching Afternoon Delight. Thanks for staying with us.
All right, now on to sports. Filipina tennis star Alex Ayala's round of 32 match at the Albuera's Ladies Open was halted due to heavy rain. She took the opener at 6-3 against Dutch player Anouk Kovermans before the first of 3 weather delays. The initial pause came after Ayala broke Kovermans' serve. The game resumed briefly, but rain forced another stop with Kovermans leading at 4-2. Officials attempted a restart an hour later, but heavier rain stopped the warm-ups. It is still unclear when the match will resume, but for now, the 19-year-old tennis star is ranked world number 72 and is currently chasing her first WTA title.
And the children of the late Asia's Queen of Songs, Pilita Corrales, expressed gratitude to their mother. They also look back on her life with kindness. Lala Panganinan has a story.
She died in her sleep, actually, which I'm very thankful for because, you know, hindi na nahirapan, hindi na na-hospital, hindi siya lingering illness, di ba? So, parang sa akin okay na yon.
Ito ang ikwinento ng anak ni Pilita Corrales na si Jackie Lou Blanco tungkol sa pagpanaw ng ina. Sa edad na 87, hindi matatawaran ang mga kontribusyon ng Asia's Queen of Songs. Isa sa mga kanta niya ang A Million Thanks to You, na gusto ring ialay ni na Monching at Jackie Lou sa kanilang ina.
A million thanks sa lahat.
Sa lahat, yeah.
Si Mami very generous kasi yan. So,
Too generous to a fault
a million
nga
thanks sa lahat.
Yeah.
At saka a million thanks din sa lahat ng, yun nga, that pray for her, at saka yung mga well-wishers.
Yes.
Ayon sa pamilya, ang pagtatanghal ang nagbibigay ligaya kay Pilita.
She said the stage is her happy place. When she's there, wala siyang naiisip na sakit o ano.
Namana ito ng kanyang mga anak, maging apo na si Janine Gutierrez, nagagawa ng docu tungkol sa kanyang mamita. Kamakailan naman, inihandog pa ni Jackie Lou ang isang play para sa kanyang ina.
What a beautiful way for me to honor my mom by doing something that she loved to do, which was to be on stage, di ba? But it was very hard. In between, I would go to my dressing room and cry. And yung parang, Ma'am, tulungan mo na lang ako. Hindi ko alam, pero bahala ka na.
Kilala rin si Pilita sa kanyang mabuting puso at positibong impluensya sa maraming tao. At ito raw ang pagpapatuloy ng kanyang pamilya.
I will continue to honor her by the way I work, by the way I live, by telling people how wonderful she is, and just to say thank you so much for bringing up me and Mon in the best way that she could. I will miss her so much.
Plano ng pamilya na iuwi muna ang abo ng kanilang ina bago desisyonan kung saan siya ilalagak.
Now, on a much lighter note, narito na ulit ang segment na talagang inaabangan ng viewers nating masipag mag-send ng entries. This is I Saw the Signs. Okay, today's edition, ano pa nga ba kung hindi ang ating viewers' entries?
Buti na lang masisipag yung mga viewers ng Afternoon Delight mag-send. Okay, ito na. First photo, Tita Denise.
Hindi ako lalabas dito.
Bitawan mo muna yung tabo. Oo, mga doggies. Alam nila pagpapaliguan mo na sila.
Ayaw.
Magtatago.
Yung dog nyo ba ganyan din?
Oo. Ang takot mga aso maligo. Bakit nga ba? Kapag summer, kailangan nila yan mainit.
Oo. Okay, next.
Ito, nak, yung pusa, baka kainin yung ulam, takpan mo.
Okay naman. Tinakpan yung pusa. Parang
Okay naman. O,
Pwede
diba?
naman. Mukhang effective naman, di ba?
Nasa lamesa nga lang yung pusa habang kumakain kayo.
Ano ba yun? Magugustuhan ba ng pusa? Talong ata yung ulam eh.
Talong ba?
Anyway, okay, sige. Tingnan natin. Ayan, kanino galing yun? Ito galing kay...
Ay, hindi ko mabasa.
Ram Jug. Okay, mukha lang akong di marunong mag-English, pero looks can be this evening.
O, di ba? Naging this evening.
Alam mo, we always say, bakit hindi? Kung nagkaintindihan naman kayo.
Oo nga naman.
Huwag
Basta
masyadong
maintindihan mo
judgmental.
yung message nung gusto niyang sabihin.
Looks can be this evening.
Huwag mo na lang ipaspell. Sinabi naman niya.
Okay, sige. Ang ating next sign mula kay Cesar Carino. Boss, di pa ako makapasok today. Bakit? Wag nang maraming tanong. Ay,
Pwede ba yan?
Pwede ba yun?
Mapagalitan ka na.
Oo nga.
Sumasagot Huwag na maraming tanong.
personal matters. Pwede mang gano'n na kagad para hindi ka na questionin. Hindi ka na dapat questionin nun.
Pero before we say goodbye, Tita Denise, balikan natin yung tinanong natin dun sa ating viewers kanina, di ba? Ano ba yung ibig sabihin ng nilay-nilay? Ayan, marami nagsabi, it is to ponder over something important. It's for contemplation. Hindi daw po yan pang chill sa bahay. Kailangan nagdadasal at nagre-reflect. So, gagawin po natin yan ngayong Holy Week.
Walang magmumoling?
Walang magmumol. Naku, kailangan mag-reflect po tayo this week.
Okay. Well, that will have to do it for us, Pawi, this Tuesday, April 15. Thank you for joining me.
Yes, thank you also, Tita Denise. I'm Pauline Verzosa.
And I'm Denise Tan. Join us again tomorrow at 2 p.m. Have a delightful afternoon.